to work, it's like that, and I've got to keep on spinning.
Oh, I love him off.
It's late for his Sunday roast.
You right there, Tony?
It's late for his Sunday roast.
You right there, Tony? Okay, so welcome back to another video, and we've wanted to do this for a little while, but both these guys, if you've watched the 89 video then, I've said that both these guys did their cars, and yeah, they look completely different, don't they?
Just
You've probably seen them both when we did the, was it Dale's run that we never made it to Dale's? Well, we kind of did.
And then on the Midas build, the fire cat's been in and out.
Yeah, so this has always been similar colour to, it's different orange now, isn't it, technically?
Technically, yeah, it's the same, yeah.
Yeah, but the styling was different. This one, you remember it was debumpered, had big spotlights in it, fiberglass front end, and it's completely different really, this one, isn't it, in the grand scheme of things? Colour-wise and everything. So, I thought I'd take the chance now. Both these lads can run through their cars. This one's Firecat, obviously Sam, you met, and Tony, what's this called?
Billy.
Billy.
Well, why is it called Billy?
Yeah, why is it called Billy? Should we start with Sam? Should we start with Tony's then? So why is Billy called Billy?
Well, basically, obviously you would have seen the last video we did London to Brighton. Wheel to London, no
Yes,
run.
yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I had, in my defence, I had rubbish tyres on the back. But I went round the roundabout a little bit too fast. Basically the back end span out. So these two...
Us?
thought it was a bit of a belly dancer, and that's how we got the name. Billy, as in Billy Elliot.
Yeah. So it's Billy Elliot here. So look at this, Billy Elliot in orange.
Yeah, so basically he started life as Mini City E.
Yep.
I had him, bought him when I was 11 years old. 25 years I've had him now. Obviously me and my dad started restoring him for a bit. I passed my test, it wasn't quite done, so I bought another car and he got put on the back burner and he was left basically. At that point it was red.
Was it like a brownie red originally?
Yeah. And then when I left home, got my own place, and I started him again and got him up to a standard that he is now.
Yeah.
Before this, he was kind of that colour.
Yeah.
And
which was the weird thing, because we met for the first time and there's no Mini near me that colour. And then Tony turned up and it was like, not the same colour, but it was near enough on it.
Yeah, uncanny, we both had the both same colour.
And then I think the even weirder thing is, so in lockdown, we're both at home, weren't we? Doing our own projects, like painting stuff. And we both managed to get pretty much the same bonnet, the same Japanese.
Oh, you did like stripes, didn't you, the bonnets?
But without knowing.
I'll insert some pictures and stuff like on the screen somewhere.
So we didn't even realise we were doing the same thing, did we?
Yeah.
They did, I bet they did. No, to be fair, they didn't. And you would have seen them, I think, both of the stripes when we did that drive out that didn't go wrong because Sam forgot his fuel tank. But yeah, so the colour of this, Tony, what is it now? It's this Nissan GTR colour, isn't it?
It's an R35 Nissan GTR. It's called Katsura Orange.
Oh, right.
And then it's Volkswagen black metallic on the roof.
So this is like quite hard, but look at that. It's such a lovely colour.
It is filthy at the minute, but...
Yeah, well these lads are renowned for, like, these cars kind of don't have their time off the road. A bit like the sidewalk. Right or wrong, we're going to put that out there. Right or wrong, we just use them, don't we? It's
not show cars, are they?
No, they're not. And like these obviously look great now on the camera and stuff like that. And I'm sure both of you lads will agree, there's things you are happy with on them and stuff like that. But the idea is it's a driver car. Which we're not discouraging people that, you know, they put them away over the winter and they concourse them and stuff like that. That is absolutely, honestly, hats off.
Well, the way I see it, to me, it's just a car, and if anything does go wrong with it,
Yeah.
I can fix it.
Yeah.
I've done it enough
Like if you get a
times,
big stone
like
chip or a dent on the bonnet, you know the paint code, you know everything, you can just sort it. And that is kind of, that's how we met really, because we all have the same view on the car.
Using it.
Yeah, it's the memories, isn't it?
I don't want to look back. You know, when I'm 60, hopefully, touch wood, I get there, and think, oh, I wish I'd just used my Mini more. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I'd done that.
Yeah, and that's just how we are, guys. So, and I know a lot of you on the channel do follow that, and you do appreciate that. You saw Violet at Bingley Hall. It wasn't mint. I didn't paint that. We want to redo it eventually, but it's not. It should get used. It's so much more fun, isn't it? Like we even use them for work, and it's just a way around it. So we'll take a quick walk around Tony's to begin with, and then we'll get on to Firecat. So the colour is obviously the Nissan colour. The wheels are 13x7s, aren't they?
Yeah. Super lights.
Super lights are like the, is it like a fake split rim, isn't it, kind of style on them?
Yeah, he did have studs in, but they all went corroded, so I drilled them out and filled the holes.
And then we got Miglis arches.
Miglios, yeah.
Recognise the mirrors.
I just want to say as well on that Tony's really good at fitting Melio arches. He's the man.
So, yeah, we've got the wind deflectors, which are quite cool. This colour, honestly, it's like proper burnt orange.
It is better in the sword and when it's clean.
Yeah.
But like so.
So door handles, were they originally black on the cities? I don't think they were they?
Yeah,
chrome
it was
originally?
black.
Were they
no,
black?
it was like a grey colour.
Yeah, like a
red,
yeah.
So to match the roof.
Yeah, so they matched obviously a nice gloss black roof, which, to be fair, that might be the colour we go for on Lizzie's.
It is nice.
It is nice. Yeah. So
it's got like a silver metallic in it.
Yeah.
You can't see now, it's overcast, but
it is nice. And then we've got the OG sticker, the original. And then around the back of the car, it's quite, I'd say standard, it's not, is it? But it's got a few changes, hasn't it, really? It's not, it did have no bumper.
Yeah,
it originally was debumpered.
Before. They didn't have the boot light.
No,
I've tried putting it a bit more standard, so it looks a bit more classic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of fully de-seamed around the back. Again, I'll put a picture of the back of it if I've got a picture of the back of it. I think I probably do. The lights are the same, aren't they? As what you originally had. So, and they've got like a Union Jack, like vinyl in them, which look quite cool. Maniflow back box. It's quite neat. Sounds good. You did a DTM, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to have the twin DTM.
Yeah.
I got rid of that. We're too noisy. Like,
yeah.
When we did brands, it was deafening.
One thing I quite like about this as well is this was debumpered, and obviously it has no seam there. Like you can get your fingers. Look at that. Through there, and you can see daylights. Wow. Sorry, did I just violate your car? You look quite shocked then.
Watch where you put your fingers.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is if you ever want to change it, Tony's just made little brackets up, so you can put your bumper back on. So a lot of people with de-seam car buy de-seam cars. You can't. You feel like you can't put that back, but you can.
Reverse it. I mean,
yeah.
It's like you always get like the 3 layers. I've no excuse for getting the rust there now.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's quite a good way around it. And it's quite easy to clean as well because it's always a rust trap, isn't it? So in a way, it's kind of a good option around it. Obviously around the side we've got another Simpsons Classic sticker there, later one, and same, obviously exact same mirror side. It's got no stripes, no bonnet stripes like you had across there. Keep it all basic.
I like it nice and clean.
Fixed rear windows, which I'm a fan of, but I do really like the opening windows a little bit more, but they don't leak either, do they? So
there was always standard to the car, so I always try and keep some aspects of what it should be.
Yeah. Should we see the inside?
Follow me.
Oh yeah. Is this one unlocked? On the inside?
Into his casting couch.
Yeah, so basically...
This is where the magic happens, sorry.
Custom dash, I made this myself.
Like that?
I've been even here.
Look at that. Look at the shine on it.
Yeah, fully lacquered.
Yeah, that is well nice. And then this is custom, the bottom dash rail, isn't it?
Yeah, that's made with just a piece of freebie too. I've cut it all out and
got a little shelf there. That was there in your original style dash you had, wasn't it? Did you have that?
Yeah. It's just down there with putting bits and bobs on my driving.
So and then down here you got gauges even incorporated into it, which is really neat.
Yeah, I'm a bit loose. I'll show you my faults.
No, but like there, that's the same wood as up there as well, and you got that. Obviously the screen's like custom built into it.
Yeah,
it's really cool that.
Apple Play, sat nav, everything in it.
Yeah, it's kind of modern. And then here you got Cobra Monacos, and then matching vinyl back seats as well. So it's really good in here.
Yeah,
it's got really like personal touch, isn't it? And obviously no vents. It's got speakers, which is all cool. Banging tunes.
Yep.
So yeah, and engine wise, should we try the engine?
Yeah.
Is it a showpiece in there, isn't it?
It's a bit of filter.
K-swap this one.
I wish. It's not a showpiece, it needs a tidy, but 1275 engine from a SPI Cooper. HIF 44 carb, and it's got a what's the cam called?
Evo 1. Yeah.
Evo 1 cam from
Yeah.
the Spurs.
It goes
Yeah.
well though, doesn't it? It's always,
That's alright.
yeah, it's not bad, is it? So yeah, in here it's obviously grey. This was the colour you had your roof and arches before, wasn't it? Yeah, so like the roof and arches used to be that colour. Again, you can see that in the pictures I've put up. So yeah, but this originally, again, you did a removal front, didn't you? So you had no inner wings, but you've kind of put bits in the back in to fix all this back in.
Yeah.
But this is a solid metal front end again now. It looks really good, and in a way you've got all the access, so like you've got your horns down there, which are massive truck horns. Yeah, it's a
This
nice
is a
little
work
car.
in progress. It will be sorted one day,
Yeah,
as they
Cool.
always are.
cool. Well, that's Tony's. Let's check out Sam's little nugget. Sam and Firecat.
So it's called Firecat. My dad named it when we got him. Don't know why. Her, sorry.
Thought we were called the tank wrecker.
Hey, I thought there isn't no he or she anymore.
Oh, hey, she. Anyway, so got Firecat 10 years next month. Got her because my other Mini was been magazine featured, and I was scared to use it when I was like 18.
Yeah.
So
That's been on the channel as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
H7.
So I got it actually came this colour, about similar. So it was a standard 99 Rover Sportsback Cooper with factory Webasto. I loved it. So the paint was pretty poor. Drove it everywhere. Loved it. Fell in love because I could use it. It's practical. Wasn't scared of it. Or what scared of like getting scratched or whatever. I was at uni, the final year, I repainted it, had it repainted, did door skins, outer sills, just usual tied up areas, and I ran it like that for, 6 years?
Yeah.
And then last year, I decided to do a bit of body work, so my outer sills, which I've got fitted, a bit of a hole in, and as one thing leads to another. Start the sill, then do the floor, then go to the heel board, then a boot floor, hinge panel, you name it. It just spirals, isn't it?
Definitely seen that on minis before, haven't we?
Yeah. So it's my daily. So finished it end of last year. It's not perfect. I think I'll go redo the paint in the next couple of months. I've had a bit of reaction with the clear coat. But yeah. It's,
But look, Sam's a bit down about that. He's done that all on his driveway, and
in secretly.
yeah, literally, like never ever done anything like that before in his life. So I'm sure you can agree. It looks
13 months ago, I
amazing,
couldn't
doesn't
weld.
it?
Well, 13 months ago, I couldn't weld. My dad had done the welding before. I've never sprayed a full car. And I mean, how can you do limited editions? You should never modify them. Is that a Mini 40 badge?
Yeah, it kind of gets mistaken as a Mini 40 sometimes, doesn't it?
Well,
That you modified
it's
one.
the right age.
It's the right age, T-plate, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
So mods, what have you done?
It's a factory Sportsback, but the Sportsback arches have gone because for me this is a little bit too high.
Yeah.
I prefer often the Group 4 or Group 5s. Can't remember which one they are now. Got a Japanese spec 10-inch 10x6 mini lights with I think it's like a -10 offset, so it's
Yeah.
beastly. You can see all the dirt stains.
Yeah,
does get
so
used.
it's literally, yeah.
There's
proper, really.
lowest I can get away with. The factory Webasto. Webastos, they have like the slider mechanism. My mechanism broke last year.
Yeah, it's gutting that because it was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's a specific size that unlike like the Polos and the Golfs. Well, the Polos, which are the same area that had that roof,
Yeah.
couldn't get a spare. Well, couldn't get spares, but it's $2 and a bit grand. So I've decided to go to the sunroof and go for a
It's
new
got a
roof.
full carbon roof on it, and this is proper carbon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a real deal.
So cool.
Standard
That.
roof now, standard
Yeah.
headlining. And
Yeah.
to be fair, I mean I like my Bastos, but I prefer solid roof now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that does look really good. And it's like if people want to delete a sunroof as well, it's quite common to put a fiberglass or a
Yeah.
carbon skin over it, isn't it? So that looks really cool. It's good contrast, isn't it?
So you've probably seen this previous guys, whatever you call it, had the big chin spoiler at the front. So
Yeah.
I've gone for the 90s, 2000s strap look. So the big splitter had the duckbill at the back.
Yeah, it did have a little spoiler on there, didn't it?
Yeah, but I've gone away from that now. So it's gone to pure, clean,
Yeah.
which I like more.
It's like Mark 1 look, isn't it? Because once
Yeah.
we get to the back, it's even got Mark 1 backlights as well. So
So when I did the hinge panel, rear balance, closing panel,
yep.
I thought, right, we'll go Mark 1 back end now. So
Yeah.
US spec rear lights.
Yeah, so look at these. Like Sam's done all this himself, like the Mark 1 conversion.
So one of my, because I'm a designer at heart, one of my things is having all red rear lights.
Yeah.
So when my other car was featured, my magazine features were one of the first cars to have all red rear lights.
Yeah.
And I've sort of stuck with that theme. So it's just clean.
Yeah, no, it does look really good. And for a late Mini as well, to have all these older styling like cues, I guess it's not for everyone, is it? But I think it looks quite cool.
Yeah,
it's a nice mix of new and old, isn't it?
Yeah, so sensor exit manifold. I used to have a 2-inch one, gone to 1 7/8 now.
Yeah,
just to be a bit quieter.
A bit quieter.
Yeah, it's not that loud now.
It pops though.
Yeah, it does pop. Yeah, it's just my daily.
Yeah, that's really cool. And obviously it's got the, this is fiberglass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fiberglass boot. Obviously it would have the normally swing action on there, but Sam obviously has it fixed because race car.
Race car.
Yeah.
That's like this.
And again, got the old school stickers and stuff on there. Southern Mini Owners Club as well is a club that you originally set up, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I was 14.
Yeah, so it is active on Facebook, so go check it out. You see more pictures of both of these two, to be fair, and my cars. And yeah, I like how this car sits just because the 10s are just quite wide, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's got quite a lot of camber on it.
Yeah.
I'll get moaned out saying it's too much camber, but I've set it up and I like it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Sam's always had camber on your cars. Both your cars are like that, to be fair, aren't they? So, but yeah, should we check out the interior?
Bit of a mess. It is a daily.
So Sam carries a kitchen sink, doesn't he, Tony?
Everything's in there.
But a fuel tank.
Is that a sleeping bag? Are you sleeping?
Yeah, he's got a sleeping bag. It's got a sleeping bag in there.
Yeah, so it's like I say, it's factory, pretty much factory interior. It's got late Mini 40 or late Cooper Sport dash in it. Dash rail has been trimmed, well, black and orange throughout.
Yeah. So all the stitching kind of matches the outside of the car, like over the dash as well. Like Sam said, it's kind of, apart from the steering wheel and seats, it's kind of factory in there, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've got buckets.
Yeah.
Got Cobbo recliner buckets, got harness bar.
Yeah, but the actual Cooper bits are still there, really, aren't they? So
just, I like having buckets, I like having harnesses on. Even in the daily, you feel a bit.
And all your seats are quite far back as well in comparison,
so
aren't they? So
nice and low.
So, but yeah, these are really, really nice.
Black headliner.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so different that like your car has always had that big sunroof. And it's completely different, isn't it?
I like the sunroof, but at the same time, it's nice to have a normal roof now.
What is this, like phase 1, 2, 3?
Phase 3.
Phase 3 of this car. So yeah, no, it's really, really good. I like it. I like the all red's growing on me.
Yeah.
I like the orange, I have to admit, but because the car's orange, the red works.
But I like bargain hunting, so
yeah.
So they're ultra rare. You know how much I pay for those real lights.
Yeah. So yeah, engine.
Yeah. Oh, this is a bit of a mess now. So these two saw my crack on Friday.
Oh yeah.
So I had a bit of a crack, didn't I? Yeah. So
what are these two like? Honestly, sorry guys, close your ears. Obviously, if you're a bit.
No, so my LCB manifold had a big crack in the weld.
Yeah.
So
you literally just done this, haven't you?
Yeah. So just fit the new.
So at Bingley Hall, he bought himself a new manifold down there. So what's the engine spec? It's not the original MPI lump or anything, is it?
Basically, it's not an MPI engine. So it's my 1312 that I built for H7.
Yeah.
Then when I've done, I built a 1380 for H7. 1312 came out. Then it's gone into this basically.
Yeah,
so it's a specialist components MPI injection kit, but with an earlier A plus block.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a hybrid. So obviously MPI in the wing, so I drilled holes in the wing, standard radiator there now. Because I tried fitting a front mounted rod with the, I had a race alternator, but it's just a bit too tight. So it's pretty.
Yeah, so the MPI normally has a little, you can't see it because you've got the moth on, but there's a cutout in there and the rad's normally down there, which is obviously quite common to an MPI.
Fairly standard tunes, it's got a Swiss tune cam in it.
Yeah.
But it's
goes well though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So so anyone that's not familiar with specialist components, they make all these like basically the remake or their interpretation of the original injection system, isn't it, on SPI Mini? I'm kind of tempted to do it on mine if mine ever goes wrong again.
It's a bit backwards in the sense that it's two injectors, but it's fired at the same time. Where originally MPI is to fire sequentially. Yeah. But yeah, it's a daily, so it's a bit rough and ready. But it's got used in -8 this. So the grill muff, people might think it doesn't look very nice, but
it's not going to be on there all year round though, is it?
No, but like when it was -8 at midnight, and I was driving home, my perfect water temperature, oil temperature perfect, time the heater on. Yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah. So. No, I completely get why you do it, and it's quite a cool period mod as well, isn't it?
So you can see all the salt that's just been battering the engine bay, but
good old clean, that's all it needs.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so both of these cars, I'm sure you can agree, I've wanted to get these two together for a little while now, so obviously thanks to you lads for bringing them down. It's kind of, Violet needs to be in the middle really though, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's not been in the middle for a while.
So it's always quite common when we take a photo of Violet, always seems to end up in the middle, I don't know, so it's always like a spit roast photo. But it's, for me, like these two cars, obviously, and you two, we all learn together, don't we?
Yeah.
One thing that we always has pushed me on the channel, I'm going to say to you now, I'm going to be a bit sloppy. Both you lads do exactly what I do. You build cars, you muck around, you tinker and train, you try ideas on your driveway, and both of you two are testament to why you can do it. You don't need a professional, do you?
Well, that's a good thing about them in the community though, because we bounce off each other. If one's stuck, we help out.
And these cars, let's be fair, and I'm speaking out of turn, they're both products of a driveway build, aren't they? They're both built on a driveway or in a little garage and stuff like that, even painted like that. So it is proof, guys, that you can do this. So these two are just an example. Obviously the Amber, the Budget Clubman that Pete Mate's now got, that's an example, and it can be done. You don't need to spend thousands, do you?
For me, it's like,
well, you do. If you can save you thousands to do nice engines and stuff because you've done it all.
Yeah, but
hard
there's
work
no
yourself.
such thing as you can't do anything. Like I can do.
Yeah, you can weld.
I know weld.
No,
and it's not even that. It's even like that geo setups. Like I've done a full geo.
Sam does all his own tracking. He's bought all the kit off eBay.
I bought the kit, and I taught myself, and I do it at work now. But the point is, I taught myself to do it, and it's just there's no such thing as you can't do anything.
No, I completely agree, and that's what I really love about the channel. What we bring to that is, okay, yes, we've got a lovely workshop, but that is purely so we can house the cars and do more stuff. And when it's raining, we can actually do it. But how often are we like tinkering a car? It's always, I don't know, I just think the special cars are the ones that have the heart and soul put into them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking people that take them to garages. I've done that in the past. But there is just something about building a car yourself, stepping back and looking at it. It's maybe not perfect, but it's yours. And you've done everything.
You can say that you've done that as well. That's your biggest achievement.
And I think if in life to build your confidence is the best thing about it, isn't it? So if you want to see more on these two cars, and obviously you'll see Sam and Tony when we start on the 89 a bit more, is just let us know, because we're going to try and get these out in the summer, get Violet out as well.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing them both down to see me.
No problem.
And Sam bought the milk for the brews, which is all good.
Yeah.
Tony's got the BLTs, we won't talk about that. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Remember to subscribe to the channel and check out both the sponsors. Both these lads buy from Minimine as well, so these cars put together with a lot of Minimine parts. So there's a discount code on the screen and everything's in the description below. And Frost Restoration again for any tools and consumables and stuff like that. There is discount codes at both of them. So hit that subscribe button and you'll see these two again. Well, 4 of you.
4 for a night.
Yeah, catch you soon guys. Bye bye.
Well.